Solid men attract women, they don't chase them. Now, we all know by now, we've seen many of videos talking about don't chase women this and don't chase women that, which is extremely true, right? And with solid men, they attract women, meaning they bring them to them. They bring them in their little world. They bring women in their little world. They get women intrigued to where they kind of let the women do almost everything. Not everything 100%. Don't get it twisted now. I'm going to get into this a little bit because you know what I'm saying? A lot of guys are just going to be like, oh, I could just sit down and a chick is just going to magically appear out of thin air. That's not how it works. You feel what I'm saying? But the work is cut down by a large fraction. It's cut down by a large portion. And I'm going to get into it. This is Tarek Talks. And I'm going to go ahead and explain about how solid men attract women, about how they let the women come in their world, okay? Now, first off, is this an ability that is common? It's not. It's not really common. I'm not going to tell you that every single man has it. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. And for my looks, guys, the ones out there talking about looks this and looks that, looks have a small, they have say so in it, but it's the personality as well. I'm never going to back down from that because it is a fact. I don't care how attractive you are or how attractive you think you are. If your personality is whack, you get in your own way. Now, anyway, with that being said, so solid men attract women because by nature, y'all, by nature, women want to find the guy. They want to go to the guy. They're the ones that want to actually work for him, contrary to popular belief, because this goes against the main narrative. This goes against what anybody has ever been taught, including myself, because we've all been taught by way of Disney movies and R&B songs or love songs and stuff like that. We've all been taught that it's us. So what happens is 90-something% of men, meaning the majority of men, are the ones out here chasing and being thirsty. You can observe this. This is an observable fact. You could just step out to your local bar or step out to your local whatever, and you'll see guys being thirsty as hell. You see guys trying way too hard. You see guys constantly scrolling through IG and DMing a whole bunch of random chicks and all that type of stuff. You feel what I'm saying? You see guys always lusting after women. Now, the thing with solid men is of course they still like women. Of course they still find attractive women. They're gonna want to be with them. Of course, that's just male nature. That's just how we're programmed. But the way they do it is that they build themselves up to be the best that they can be. And naturally, fellas, this is why I talk about self-improvement so much, contrary to what other channels say, because other channels, they try to make self-improvement seem like a bad thing, which to this day still baffles me. I don't understand how self-improvement is bad, because honestly, me speaking personally, and I know I saw a video somewhere talking about when you make YouTube videos, don't talk about yourself personally. The only reason I'm talking about myself personally is because I know there's other guys that relate. I know there's other guys that relate. They've commented and I've talked to them. But personally, and you guys can agree, when I started self-improving, I started seeing drastic improvements in the way that women treated me and the way that people in general treated me. That the way life started kind of getting better. You dig? And in this instance, I'm talking about attraction in this instance, even though self-improvement covers a wide array of things in life. It covers a wide array of aspects in life. But I'm talking about attraction. When you start self-improving, it's almost inevitable that you're going to start seeing women start to show their choosy side. And this is really how it is, because fellas, let me tell you something. Like I said earlier, about how women are the ones that naturally want the man's approval. They're the ones that want to work for him. A lot of people are still going to disagree, but this is the natural order of things. These are the relationships that are successful, because I'm going to tell you this. Relationships where the guy was relentlessly trying to get a chick that wasn't interested in him, and he was trying to prove himself and jump through all of these obstacles and all that stuff, 9 times out of 10, that relationship is going to tank, because being subservient, and I hate using these words because they're powerful words, but in a sense, being subservient, being the one that is almost begging her to be with her, that naturally puts you in a subservient, or what the manosphere calls submissive state. And off rip, being submissive is naturally more of a woman's role. And ladies, if you listen to this, or men, if you listen to this, when I say that word, it's gonna trigger a lot of people. It's gonna cause a red alarm to go off. Okay, but I don't mean that in a derogatory way, and I'm not meaning that in a demeaning way. What I mean is that the woman is think about this. She's the one looking for the man, looking for protection from the man. She's the one looking for provision from the man, right? When a man and woman get together and they're intimate, what is naturally going on? He is, he's the one dominating her. That's why women like dominant men. You feel what I'm saying? It's just true. And any woman out there that will tell you the truth will tell you this. They will tell you that they like the man to be stronger. They like him to be more dominant. They'll tell you straight up, like a man that's kind of flip-flop, they're gonna run all over him. And that's why it's important for you guys to understand this, because it's not all about pleasing her. A lot of guys get this misconstrued. They're gonna be like, oh, you doing all of this for women and stuff like that. You are benefiting greatly from this, right? You are also benefiting greatly from letting a woman singular or plural, shit, whatever, come to you. Because a man that's in a begging type of state, Keith Sweat, I know you guys know who Keith Sweat is. If you don't know, he's a 90s R&B singer. He had the most begging ass songs ever. And his R&B, and this goes to what I kind of said earlier about how a lot of men were programmed. And a lot of his songs, he's begging and pleading a chick to be with him. On some, I'll kiss your feet and please let me in and stuff. This is the mentality of a lot of guys. And naturally, that's not dominant. That's quite the opposite. That's literally the definition of submission, is to beg somebody, is to beg and plead and please let me have the honor of being with you, because that's the way it comes off. All right, see, when you begging and pleading and being thirsty, the type of vibe you throw off is, hey, please, your highness, do me the honor of being with you. And the thing with solid men is that they don't do all that. And what I was talking about in the beginning about how you can't just sit there and shit magically happens, I'm going to elaborate on that. See, what a solid man does is he sparks the initial interaction, right? Because he sees the woman is interested. He sees that she's looking. He sees she's being a little giddy, a little giddy, a little giggly, a little girly, because let me tell you guys something. When a woman gets around a man she's attracted to, she's going to be very childlike. She's going to be very giggly. She's going to be very open. You know, and I know what someone is thinking. Oh, these chicks are masculine nowadays. Yeah, some of them are. I'm not going to lie to you. But even with them, when they get with a guy they're attracted to, a solid man, they start getting giddy. They start getting, you know, childlike. They start getting like a girl. You feel me? No matter what age they are, they're going to start laughing. They're going to be more open, right? And what the solid man does is all he does is basically ignite the already small flame. He puts the key in the ignition, hot and fresh out the kitchen. Shout out our Kels. Shout out Kels. You know, regardless of what you think of him, that man made some great freaking music. That man made some great fucking music. All right. So anyway, but that's all he does is he fans the flame and makes it even hotter. He makes it even more powerful, more fierce. And if the one, you know, and we all mess up, we all misread people sometimes. Sometimes we misread a woman's interest. It's all good. But the difference is here's where a solid man differs from the average man. If he sees the interest is not there, what he's going to do is he's going to back off. And he's going to be like, yeah, I'm stopping that because you got me bent. You thinking I'm finna text you every 5 minutes trying to prove myself, because solid man knows he has other options. He knows he's experienced women that are extremely attracted to him. And here's the key word, experience. He's been experienced before. And a lot of guys are going to be like, well, I don't have experience. The best way, the only way to gain experience is to start from scratch. You got to crawl before you walk. Obviously, should be a no-brainer. Okay? But it all starts with self-improving yourself. It all starts with getting yourself to the best shit in the best shape mentally and physically. You know, physically and mentally is having that respect for yourself, is carrying yourself in a manner that exudes confidence, that exudes self-respect. Because most men, for the most part, exude thirst. They don't exude self-respect because they're out here begging and pleading, doing anything they can just to get a whiff of the kitty. You know, doing everything they can just to get a whiff of the chick's draws. You know? And that's on some real stuff. But a solid man, he knows he has options, and he has way more he has way more sense and self-respect, and he knows better than to beg and plead a woman or do anything out of character to get a woman's interest, right? And he knows that they come to him. So anyway, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Peace.